Hello friends, welcome back to a new episode of Noobs in Disguise, the show where we figure out what you guys as MMRs. I'm joined as always by Lambo, and today we're looking at Twin, our Red Protoss player. What's up, buddy?
What's up? Can they see our webcams at the beginning?
Yeah.
No?
So, do you pick your nose?
The new technology. No, absolutely not. That's completely
Okay,
fine.
it's just you put the hand in the pants and sniff it a little bit. It's okay, it happens to the best of us, but it's best not captured on camera. So. It's new technology here. You gotta be careful. You can see it all now. As we have a phenomenal game here already. As Skeletons decided to mine 10 minerals with these two SCVs, then send them across the map to relax a little bit, opening up with an eBay first, while at the same time, Twin opens up with a triple gate proxy. This is a promising game here, Lambo.
Yeah. Theoretically, I can already see why he's going eBay first, so he can make a planetary in his main, and then he proxy Rex on the other side. He doesn't know, of course, that you need gas for a planetary, but in theory, if he makes a planetary in the main and then counterattacks, he destroys the Protoss, unless the Protoss knows about the recall button.
Except, it feels like this Protoss, it wasn't scouted, right? So he just did this blindly, in case it's a proxy gate.
Exactly. He's blind countering. Maybe they played one game before, you don't know.
It's possible. This could be a secret genius move that we're not familiar with. You'll love to see it. Third barracks as well being queued up here, and this is still with the same SCVs, so it's a proxy 3 Rex even. Not a single bit of a single gas has been mined yet. The eBay is still there in the full wall, so we're gonna get Zealots chronoed out. I don't think I've ever quite seen a game like this before, to be honest.
Yeah, so first of all, Zealots can't kill Terran because Terran can wall. And usually by the time this guy runs in, there is actually a wall, so you can just repair the buildings. And then from the Terran side, the eBay, what I think it might be, if I can read anything at all into this, is that if you run up the ramp and you see an eBay and 2 depots, the first thing that comes to mind is, I think at this level, okay, he has CCs in the corner of the base and he's going battle cruisers, because I have seen this before. But instead he's cheesing them.
Yeah.
Maybe it's something like that. Okay, so the Protoss very confused that there's
it's a very meta mind game that the opponent might not be aware of. Yeah. I like the thought of that. So we're gonna have these 4 barracks. This is technically a proper proxy 4 Rex here. There's not enough gas quite yet for a planetary. Gonna need a little bit more. Nothing is being repaired here either. And look how patient the Terran is, not wanting to spoil the surprise yet. He's a couple more seconds until all my depots are gone. Start sending in the Marines. As Protoss, Twin over here, decides to also expand towards the bottom side. So already anticipating the base trade.
Anticipating the base trade. He realizes there's something missing in the main base, and he instantly takes an X on the other side, which is a fantastic move. As now the Terran goes in, I hope the probes just run instead of fighting. Nope, they fight.
Yeah, we wouldn't want to be too far ahead in the base trade. This was a difficult read to make, by the way, for the Protoss as well. That that something was missing from the main, because he saw 5 depots and an eBay, and that looked like a standard opener, if anything. So, impressive reading so far here. So you now have 4 Marines hitting the Nexus. What is the overall? Is that all there is Marine-wise? Yeah, we have 5 Marines against 10 Zealots and 16 SCVs versus a single probe.
Yeah, the SCVs are going to try to run back to their original main base location. As I'm pretty sure the Marines are just going to die to the Zealots.
Yeah.
Not even Maru could win this fight, I'm afraid. So Skeleton's making a good move though, just running away with the Marines.
Yeah,
definitely the right choice.
That is indeed a very high tier. Now, he's also Skeleton's still building more Marines here as well, rather than a Reaper, which technically could kill an infinite amount of Zealots. Skeletons continues Marine production, and might actually be capable here of taking out 1 or 2 Zealots. Of course, not winning the fight, but 1 or 2 Zealots might be enough. I love that Twin as well here is following this command center with a Zealot. Where's the one? Okay, there's 2 probes now. 2 probes mining on the bottom side. This is technically unwinnable, right?
So yeah, on high level, this would be unwinnable unless he snipes the 2 remaining probes. And the Protoss doesn't have money
with
for
the
extra
SCVs.
Yep. Yeah, I really doubt that he realizes that this is his win condition. And I also doubt that this is the end of the end of the game, because otherwise this would not have been submitted. Since we do have someone checking these replays beforehand. So I think we'll see some exciting stuff. I mean, the Protoss keeps chrono boosting the one Nexus where he makes a probe every now and again. Sometimes he just chrono boosts and doesn't make a probe for banter.
Yeah, it's a wild game. So, he's actually going in. The assassination attempt here. 3 probes remaining. 6 SCVs. Now, these SCVs are fairly damaged. Here comes the first snipe. Perhaps has figured out his win condition after all. That's -1. The Protoss pulls the workers.
The Protoss trying to fight the SCVs, and that's not a fight he can win. Picks off a couple of SCVs. Now, the issue for the Terran is the Protoss can still make workers. He could even make workers from the main base, yeah. Which is not under attack. And he stopped following the command center. That's the biggest blunder of all here. And the command center actually gets to land. The SCVs even revealed where the CC has went to, even though, I mean, the Zealots saw it beforehand. So this should be where the Zealots are heading to. I don't know why why he's putting back 6 Zealots to fight a barracks that can't produce anything.
Of course, he doesn't know that. And at this point, it can produce something.
Yeah.
But still, a single Reaper could technically kill infinite Zealots, but I guess at that point, you just have enough probes. As Twin here is rebuilding a couple of workers. Is 2 base technically versus 1 base, but is being outmined because Terran is broken. No mules yet. I love that he's taking a gas here. This is the one thing that's a priority is at. Think he's gonna build a factory?
I would really like to see a Reaper. I don't think he could control a Reaper against this amount of Zealots. I think it would just die at some point, but I just want to see it happen, you know?
Yeah. I am extremely surprised by all of this, honestly. I'd love to see just a factory. A factory, a single Cyclone would be fantastic as well. Having a... Do you think he's going to get a cannon?
Planetary. He's going to make a planetary. The Protoss could make a cannon, yeah. I mean, he made a forge. When he had 1 probe remaining and 200 minutes, he decided to put 150 into a forge. So he better make use of that. Because otherwise that's just an investment that is not worth it. And yeah, the Terran is just making an eBay, so he's securing his mining, I guess, at the 1cc that he has. I don't know why the barracks are just floating above the Nexus.
Lambo.
He also rescouts the Nexus in the main base of the Protoss. What's up?
The planetary is going up. He's officially safe. This is like the opposite moment of when Obama announced that they had Bin Laden. You know, they just let him escape. Ladies and gentlemen, we lost him. It's like, so let's finally find it.
I can't believe it. The Zealots on their recon mission, finally successful. They're sad to announce, though, that there is in fact a planetary, which absolutely destroys Zealots. They killed enough, though, that the game is still theoretically won from the Protoss side. Because there isn't even mules now, so now the Protoss is actually outmining the Terran. He also has Chrono Boost and 2 Nexus. I'm fairly certain, though, that the Protoss just forgot about the Nexus.
I was gonna say, I think he mentally abandoned the main base. He checked out of that relationship a while ago. It's gonna be a single Marine. The Terrans, actually, in a way, this Marine might kind of warn the toss that there's still a Nexus here in the main.
That is true.
So maybe now the Protoss like, wait a second, there's a freaking Nexus in there. Could like recall a single Zealot and this would be safe. So the barracks continue flying on.
He looked at it, so officially he remembers where he spawned originally. If he also just makes 1 Stalker, the game is also over, because that one outranges the planetary. You can put it behind the planetary.
Yeah.
Or like a couple of dubs. Doesn't really matter. Either way, just making probes for now I'm already happy with.
Yeah, I would love to see it out of 2 Nexi though. I think he's giving up the old main. He's moved on. Found a better place to stay. Okay, it's gonna be a factory here. Cutting the workers for a little bit of skeletons, affording that factory. Now, what do we think we're gonna see here? Just straight up tacking into Starport and Cloak Banshee? Or are we gonna see a factory like a Hellion? A Cyclone? All of these units technically could still instantly win the game right now.
I think this... I just have the feeling we're gonna see battle cruisers eventually, because the guy just played Proxy Rex and he made a PF in the corner of the map, so... It just feels like a battle cruiser game, you know?
Yeah.
Cyclone would be the best choice, but I would be very surprised to see a Cyclone. I'm not gonna lie. Positively surprised.
Yeah, at this point it also... I mean, we already have adepts on the way, so Hellion wouldn't do it anymore. Okay, it's gonna be a tank. Maybe he doesn't believe he's safe yet. He's just gonna build a tank. And
Maybe he thinks Cyclones still require a tech lab.
Oh.
And he just makes it a Cyclone now.
That is also possible, actually. I hadn't considered that. That would be a very high tier move. But at this point, it's too late anyway. Because there's 2 Stalkers on the way already. Warp Gate's about to finish up. It is becoming less and less likely that our Terran player is going to win the game in the next 3-4 minutes. But if the game continues after that, there's always still chances. I love that the barracks are still floating as well. Once again, I'm going to try landing it. See if he can sneak out a couple of Marines and maybe snipe all the workers without the Protoss noticing. Sadly, there are 2 cannons defending this, so this is not a good position. Skeletons is looking at that. It's like, alright, let's float it up. Move a bit further to the right here. This is an absolutely wild game.
Yeah, I don't think he will win in the next 3 to 4 minutes. If he wants to win, this has to go late, because the Protoss is miles ahead at this point. He's almost double the supply. He's taking a second base. He has an actual army instead of just 1 tank. And yeah, I'm not quite sure what can go wrong here for the Protoss, but I guess at this level you can just get out macroed. It doesn't really matter how far ahead you are. If the other guy manages to build workers and then spend his money, there's always a way back, as long as you're alive.
What about Cloak Banshee, though?
Well, he has 2 cannons already.
But that's true, actually. But they're not really protecting the mineral line very much, are they? Do they even reach all the way to the back with the detection range? I guess if you properly position the Banshee, the answer is no. But then again, I'm not entirely sure if we're going to see a properly positioned Banshee in this game.
I think it's just going to be battle cruisers, mate. I think anything else is Scorpion. This is exactly the level of gameplay where it's going to be battle cruisers 100% of the time. Actually, he's just mining with 1 and gas. Okay, now he's fixing the gas as well. It could definitely be Banshee.
Nah, it's BC. I think he's just going down the list of requirements, though. So first, he knew he needed the Stargate, and then he sees, Tech Lab is the next requirement. Oh my god, I was right. It was Banshee.
Yeah, but you abandoned your position.
I abandoned my
so
plan, yeah. I can't claim it again. Should have stuck with it. That's actually very sad. Okay, 1 cannon over at the natural. That one somewhat covers the front of the Nexus. And then there's 2 cannons here in the new main base. Robotics facility actually finishing up. So we're now gonna see him. Oh, he's just gonna lose everything into the planetary, isn't he?
I would love to hear the players' thoughts on this game. Like, what do you think either of them thinks at this point? Do any of them think they're winning? They probably both think they're losing really hard.
I have no clue. The Terran currently has 0 APM. He's just watching stuff happen. He's just for like 5 or 6 seconds. He clicked nothing.
Oh my god, he clicked the tank with everything, the Protoss. When the Terran is repairing the planetary, which isn't even being attacked. He scouts the Banshee though, so that's something, but he just threw away his entire army lead. Without also scouting the new expansion, which was always forfeit the moment the Protoss decided to go there.
And that was a pretty expensive scout, I think.
Yeah.
I think it would have been cheaper to just build an observer to check with that. But, different folks with different strokes, or whatever it is called. Different strokes for different folks. As the first Banshee with Cloak is now going to arrive on the other side of the map. What I'm really curious about is if this top base of skeletons is ever going to get scouted. The new command center. Because I have a feeling that the answer there might be no. Skeletons right now, she's going to move in with the Banshee. Actually positions it well. This is definitely not in range of anything. Of course, there is an observer out, so this shouldn't be the end of the world. Relatively quick response here with the Stalkers as well.
Is he going to micro the Banshee? He even is microing the Banshee. Given that he's not doing anything at home, it shouldn't be too surprising, but with the stuff that we've seen so far, it kind of still surprises me.
I wonder if he could contact these guys just for some after-game input,
I'm sure in the YouTube comments we'll hear all about it. It's the Protoss is a submitter, right?
Yeah.
Okay, at Twin, well, we will know your real name afterwards, but what did you think your position was after the early game? I really wonder. But like, what was going on through your mind throughout this game?
And And maybe more importantly is how common is this specific scenario? Like it felt like he was relatively well prepared with the the Nexus on the other side of the map. This was not the first time this Nexus has been built here after the proxy 3 gate. I can tell you that much, Lambo.
Yeah, it hasn't. And the Terran has not been doing anything really now as well. In terms of macroing, not really making any additional workers. Making a planetary would be huge on his new base, but instead he queues up 5 workers there. It is, yeah, StarCraft is a difficult game. Usually in these games, I would prefer whoever's army is scaling better. Obviously the Protoss is still theoretically winning by quite a bit, but... And the Terran also isn't producing really any army composition that makes sense whatsoever. So I would say the Protoss is winning, but then again, what is the chance the Protoss just target fires a unit behind the planetary again? I would say pretty high.
We have another move out. This is the scariest part for the Protoss. He's controlling units aggressively. Ooh, finds a bunch of stuff in the middle of the map. Actually stutter stepping as well, target firing tanks. The control of the units here, was better than I had expected, honestly.
Yep. No, this was good. No negative micro, positive micro.
Yeah.
So something not to be expected of this replay. Or this exceeded my expectations at the very least. I'm not sure about you, but he now sees that there were units transferring from the other side, the single barracks marine production, giving it away. And spoiling Skeleton's plan of just expanding throughout the corners of side delta as he picks off the 1 barracks and now it's a planetary. This doesn't actually have enough in his SCVs on it to, even if he was to repair, to defend it. Stalker's also upgraded 1-1 by the way. Good upgrades on the Stalkers. I mean the Terran just looks so dead.
Good upgrades?
It's good upgrades, man, come on.
For
90 supply?
Yeah, it's true. Only on 2 base. And it's a tight game. It's a tight game. There's not a lot of cash. I'm honestly surprised by how well the money is being spent by the TOS as well. This TOS is a superior player. I know that much.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I would agree.
He's much quicker, like scouting around as well, looking for any outside bases, realizing that as long as he's up a base, he can't really lose the game. Building a little bit of a pylon farm here as well. Like, this is honestly feeling quite good.
He learned that throughout the game, though. After the second base that was in the corner of the map, he now realized he needs to search for it. The only reason he found the extra base was because Marines were rallying from it.
Yeah, but so I mean...
that's not... Yeah, I mean... I think you would expect someone to learn throughout a game like this. There's not too much to ask for. But it wasn't his initial skill, I would say.
Yeah, he did. This is new. Yeah, this is recently acquired. He leveled up during this game. Yeah, he's getting lots of XP points here. You know what I'm thinking here? Is I don't think that Twin knows that you need a Twilight Council for extra upgrades.
We will see when he starts the +1 shield. If he starts the +1 shield, I'm with you. There.
I know it's just a feeling that I got all of a sudden because it feels like he's keen on the upgrades. He got like the thermal lens upgrade, but yeah. Okay, 3rd base on the way as well. It's gonna be 1 base versus 3 base. And Skeletons is still sitting back and relaxing. Banshees flying back and forth as well. What would you say would be the perfect plan here for Skeletons? Imagine you were to take over. What would be your next move, Lambo?
Probably keep doing what he's doing. Make an extra CC, harass with the Banshees. Turtle forward. I think that's the play. Turtle forward, get a big army. Wait for the Protoss to move command.
You think Twin is aware of Blink?
Probably. I mean, I think a person that submits a YouTube video to us probably knows of the Blink upgrade's existence, right?
Yeah, in order to get to us, you need to be pretty deep down as well, no? Again, this is not the first, and this is not like the StarCraft 2 battle report that you get, you know? I guess people don't watch that anymore either. I was thinking of when I started StarCraft, it was in 2010. So my experience nowadays is probably a little different. Not quite as many arrows back then in the thumbnails. Twin here is gonna try to right-click once again individual units, but the depot wall blocks it.
Yeah, that was not good. He's still 4 times the supply of Skeletons almost. So he's not really in any danger of losing the game instantly, but he should really stop trying to target fire tanks that are out of range of his units. Maybe try to kill the buildings. You know, Stalkers also have range in Colossus, so you could, for example, kill the factory for free, I think.
Yeah.
And that would be a start, and then probably try to kill the planetary instead of just a tank that sits behind it.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Skeletons, by the way, has managed to sneak another expand on the top left. A good move would be to, to fly a barracks over, so he could reveal that with by rallying Marines back to his new main base. He's gonna get a planetary there, starts his second tank.
Look where the tank is rallying.
There's no way.
That's legendary. That tank actually goes there.
Nah, it's not possible. I like this move though. This is good. Yeah, this tank is gonna get cancelled there. He's gonna try somewhere else. Maybe just fly the factory altogether towards that left side.
He's thinking really hard what to make right now. Skeletons hasn't made any unit for a while, then he made a tank, and now he was once again not making anything. He's thinking really hard about how to come back into this one. And his decision, high sec auto tracking. So the planetary gets more range.
I like it, because that does seem to be the issue right now with these Colossus shooting it.
That kind of planetary shoot a Colossus after high sec?
No, but he doesn't know that.
I didn't know that either. I would have guessed no, but...
I also guess no. I don't actually know this info. Hey, there's no way, right? Does he... Nah.
Could be.
Nah, no shot, actually. I don't buy it. Nah.
Well, we're gonna see it here.
I'm not worried. I'm actually a little bit worried now. Oh, here he moved too
Yeah,
far
if you're wrong, you look really stupid now. Because you make
no one's
Colossus
gonna
and
hear
you're
it.
playing
We'll be
against
edited out.
planetaries.
I think it's right.
Oh no, don't go back with the Colossus. Okay. Come on, shoot it.
I'll put a little note upstairs that says, "Hear my audio muted for a second." Not sure what happened. I have to check out my microphone, guys. I'm sorry. I'm not good with tech. It's gonna be lots of bleeps in this episode.
Every time we talk about it as well.
Every time you reference it back as well, saying no shot.
Come on, attack it. I want to see it.
Yeah,
Terran
okay.
keeps expanding. Protoss has trouble spending money now, but he has a proper 2.5 base economy now. So it's going uphill for the Protoss still. Whereas for the Terran, he's actually floating over the factory so he can make tanks on the other side.
Yeah, it's a good move. It's smart though, because there's really no space here to do anything. He also changed the location of the tank, so it can help versus the Colossus, I guess. I wonder if we're going to see another attack here into the planetary. How many more minutes do you believe that it will take Twin to figure out about the entire left side?
Well, you commended him for his scouting prowess earlier, so
5 minutes tops.
I'm not sure he will even scout it after until the base is dead at the top right. I mean, the top right base has one tank, one Banshee, 7 unupgraded Marines against a 106 army supply Protoss army that has 2 1-1 upgrades. You would think that the Protoss can just run into it, but one planetary with high sec auto tracking actually seems too scary for the Protoss to run into. So now he's scouting. He realizes, oh wow, no, you were right. This man is good at scouting his bases.
Yeah, and this is the optimal timing to hit as well, because neither of these bases have paid off yet. So he was like, it doesn't matter, because he can't saturate it that fast. They've only been up there for 3.5, 4 minutes. That's not enough to fully saturate a base, of course. There's no blink, so these Stalkers can't blink up. Oh, here come the Colossus.
Come on, hit the planetary. I want to see the interaction.
Wait, there's
I would
blink?
be so sad. Yeah, he researched blink. He also started +2. He knows all about it.
Yeah, I think he figured it out.
Okay.
Yeah! Very nice. Would have been a shame if this one had been stuck in the vault for the next 3 years. Episode 2 of Season 2. Nah, I don't know where it went. Oh, we had VC production, Fusion Core, second starport. All of that's gonna get cancelled. As Skeleton still believes he has a chance, but I honestly think this game is in firm control right now of Twin.
Yeah, I mean, I think it has been in firm control of Twin for a while, but he's not made it easy on himself.
Yeah,
He is finally maxed out though, so if it's time to go, it has to be now, right?
Yeah, he could even right-click the tank and be fine.
Yeah, I hope so.
You know,
he can dance inside the planetary range and be fine.
I'm honestly impressed though by his macro abilities. Like he's been spending it quite well. He's been upgrading double forges, that type of stuff. 12 gates as well. Knows to get a lot of production. This doesn't feel so bad, Lambo. You know, we're making a lot of jokes, but I feel like you'd be mistaken if you go too low here.
Well, we will see. Because I feel like the guest is coming up very soon as Twin is starting to attack here. He's firing up 3-3 upgrades as the macro machine that he is.
Smart.
And he's perfectly orchestrating his attack here. Do you see how he's pulling the Zealots forward to tank? He's not making the same mistake again, tanking with the Stalkers, trying to focus fire at tank. And is he just gonna A-move? I think he is just A-moving.
No, it maximizes the damage output here from his army. Right-click the base, that's a win, Lambo. That is straight up a win. What is the chance we're not seeing a GG? And that this gets blamed on balance?
Very low. No
I don't know if this is...
I can't believe that Terran sitting in his base with 0 APM, just watching the other guy move command on his tank, is complaining.
Well, he ain't wrong though, is he?
He's not wrong. He's not wrong. I'm the first to admit that that micro was not it. Besides that one stalker engagement, that was kind of low-key clean.
Yeah, the one stalker in the middle. Yeah, that was clean.
Yeah.
He just struggled with SimCity positions. That's the only thing. Man, this is a freaking difficult game, Lambo. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I struggle with this one. I truly do struggle with this one. I think you get to start though this time.
I will get to start. I think the fact that they proxied, they will probably win most of their games there, and that gets you so high. The Terran was really bad afterwards, with really no way of winning the game with the way that he played. The Protoss, you know, he had some macro here and there, which looked good. I don't think this is above silver. And now that I actually have my cheat sheet, I also know which MMR is silver, so that helps me a lot. So I'm gonna go 1,999 MMR.
1,999.
Yeah.
Okay. I wanted to go for 1850. I don't know what it is, but I'm not even sure if you can get 1850 MMR. But if there's a lowest MMR, I think this is really close to it.
That's silver 3. And I guess silver 2.
I think like it is. There were some moves here, that's for sure. I liked a lot of things, and I actually think that the Protoss was significantly better as well. But it still took 30 minutes to finish the game. So I also wonder how many games he truly can have played. If this is like, you know, plays like one game a week maybe. Because with this timing, he's not going to have much. And it is a busy man. I could feel that. All right. I'm going to open the document. What? All right. The server is NA. The submitter was RAR. Played Protoss. And was 2,800. And 74 MMR.
What? That's Plat too.
What are you doing in America?
Are you actually kidding me?
Yeah, no, I'm not kidding you.
We will have to double check this. I don't believe that this is platinum. I actually don't buy it. Not even close.
The opponent, I won't mention the name because it will remain anonymous, was 2,860 MMR.
He made an eBay. He made an eBay and he didn't make an orbital. He didn't make anything with the eBay. He proxy ranks way worse than you could. Are you kidding me? This is platinum on an A. How does silver on an A look? What? Do they just not play the game? Like, what is happening?
This is very confusing to me too. I will fact check this with my guy. Okay.
Okay. I mean, yeah. I believe it was just.
If there's no add-on here, then the fact check, you know, it got verified. And otherwise, you'll see it's back in 5 seconds from now. And if not, thanks all so much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed this episode of Noobs in Disguise. If you did enjoy it, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Every week on Wednesday at 9 o'clock, boom, right in your subscriber box. Harambo is back. Tell your friends, baby. That's how we do it. Bye-bye.